According to Clarence Hill, I know him of the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. No more renewed talks. Haven't talked since March. No long-term deal. That's what he says. In the very beginning, I'm not into being right. I'm into getting it right. I kept saying, they're paying everybody else. Why wouldn't they pay him? And now it should be noted, the cap, because we're not going to have many fans at games this year, the revenue is going to be way down in the NFL. The cap's going to come down $40 to $50 million. It's coming way down. I talked to a former GM this morning. It's coming way down. And it's not going to come down just next year. It may come down the year after. So with Dak Prescott, I've never understood this. He's got all the leverage. A couple days ago, The Athletic had this story, and they interviewed 30 agents. And the agents were all like, oh, Dak's got a lot of leverage. Oh, my God, he's got nothing but leverage. And I thought, the agents they're talking to, they've got to be Dak's agents. So let's just talk facts. No opinions here. Let's just talk facts. Because I don't buy that Dak's got all the leverage. Number one, Dallas has not won a Super Bowl in 25 years. And frankly, they haven't really been close. This is not Tom Brady leaving New England. If Dak left, you're not losing excellence. You're not losing history. You're not losing momentum. Hell, they're 8-8 last year. Again, when Brady left, when Peyton Manning left, you're losing momentum. You're losing tradition. You're losing excellence. You're losing records. You're not losing any of that. That's just factual. There's no momentum right now. They've underachieved, not overachieved. That's the first fact. Second fact. First 4 years in the NFL, Dak's numbers are closer to Andy Dalton, his current backup, his first 4 years, than Patrick Mahomes. This is not a transformative quarterback talent. This is not Lamar Jackson. This is not Russell Wilson. This is not Aaron Rodgers. This is not Patrick Mahomes. Dak and Andy Dalton, first 4 years in the league. Records, passing yards, passing touchdowns, completion percentage. Hell of a lot closer to Dalton 4 years into the league. Now, Andy got hurt at the end of his career, so let's just go first 4. Looks more like Andy Dalton to me. And that's with Dak having, I believe, better personnel than Andy had. Number 3, another fact. Dallas has excellent offensive personnel. The defense I got issues with, especially the secondary. This is a top 5 offensive line. Zeke's a top 1, 2, or 3 running back. The receiving core now, even Pro Football Focus has a top 2 or 3 in the league. I got CeeDee Lamb on top of Michael Gallup and Amari Cooper. And Zeke and a top 5 O-line. Now, come on now. This is not an offense that couldn't find some quarterback and say, hey, Derek Carr, Raiders tired of you. Those pretty good numbers, pretty good weapons. And let's go to the fourth fact. There's going to be a lot of quarterbacks available next year. Here are the college quarterbacks and the free agents potentially available. And I just took the good ones. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Cam Newton, Phillip Rivers, Tyrod Taylor, Jameis Winston, Derek Carr with these weapons. Yes, Derek Carr, Las Vegas/Oakland could save $20 million if they got rid of him. And I watched Hard Knocks twice. I don't think Gruden and Carr, it doesn't feel like symbiotic to me. Gruden doesn't like any of his quarterbacks, and I think Derek Carr's top 12 in the league. You're going to have people next year. And remember, about 5 teams need a quarterback, and there's 8 available. There's about 5 now. If Dwayne Haskins works in Washington, and I have no idea, coin flip, no idea. Looked like it was going to work. Big, tall, big, strong arm. Ohio State won a lot of games. Looked a little choppy last year. Got better at the end of the year. If he works, we got 3 teams in the NFL that need a quarterback. Fact number, what are we on? 4 or 5? Where's the market? Where's the market for Dak? Not a lot of teams need a quarterback. Not a lot of them are going to pay $35 million for Dak. There's not, listen, leverage is having multiple people fight over you. You can make the argument the Colts in New England, if they get tired of Cam and Phillip Rivers after a year, which I think is very, very possible. Phillip Rivers and Cam don't feel like long-term fits to me. Both move off. All right, Dak goes to the AFC. So what? New England said, bye, Garoppolo, go over to the NFC. I guess my point is, I keep hearing about all this leverage that Dak has. Dallas doesn't have any. Let's go through the top 5 again. We're not losing like records and history. This is not Troy Aikman. Okay. Secondly, this looks more like Andy Dalton early than it does Patrick Mahomes. This is not a transformative talent that's going to burn you for years. You let him go, and you're just going to watch him beat you for years and years. I mean, let's be honest about this. There's going to be a bunch of quarterbacks on the market. Let's be honest about this. Where's the market for him? I mean, you start going down the list, and that tells me Dallas has easily as much leverage as Dak Prescott has. Here's the other thing to remember. I thought it was really, really strange when Mike McCarthy got the job. And remember, he didn't call Dak for days. Do you think when Tom Brady showed interest in Tampa Bay, they didn't have those phones in their hands, iPhones? Am I the only person that thought it was strange that when Mike McCarthy got to Dallas, people asked him a week later, you talked to Dak? No, not yet. If Andy Reid retires tomorrow, Mike McCarthy goes to Kansas City. How long is it going to be before he calls Patrick Mahomes? John Harbaugh, I'm done with coaching. Somebody takes the job. 3 minutes later, hey, Lamar, I'm your new coach. Let's talk. Let's have lunch. Do we know that McCarthy likes Dak? Now, remember this. Mike McCarthy has dated supermodels. Okay, he's been Favre into Aaron Rodgers. He looks at Dak. I mean, it'd be one thing if Mike McCarthy had Andy Dalton for years. He had Favre and Aaron Rodgers, who most of you fans kept telling me are like, better than Brady for years. I mean, this agent survey, there's leverage for Dak. Well, I'm reading a story from a respected journalist today, Clarence Hill, Fort Worth Star-Telegram, haven't talked since March, no scheduled talks. Now, maybe something happens in the middle of the night. Jerry likes late nights. I mean, who knows what happens? Deadlines make deals. That's a classic Jerry Jones line. But I'm missing something here. Cap's coming way down. Where's the momentum? Big market next year at quarterbacks. Tons of offensive weapons for anybody who sits in. A head coach I don't think loves him. Where's the market? I don't see teams lined up for him. I do think he'd have a bigger market than like a Cam Newton. He doesn't have any injuries. He's won some games, appears to be incredibly coachable. Total gamer, often plays bigger in big games than small ones, although last year was the exception. But I'll go back on this. I've said from day one, sign him. I mean, Kansas City is working out a deal for Mahomes early. Carson Wentz in Philly early. Seattle, the minute Russell Wilson showed he was unhappy and those rumors came out about New York, boom, got him, done. Teams don't wait a long time if they think they have the guy. I mean, the rule in the NFL is you sign a quarterback early and it really hurts for about 24 months, and then you feel like you get like 3 good years on it. That's what Kansas City's hoping. That's what Philadelphia's hoping. But this morning, no talks, no deal, nothing scheduled. Doesn't feel like Dak's got the leverage to me. If he did, it'd be done months ago. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.